Happy Halloween. I'm Allison. This is Bingo Maze. We are currently in phase 3 of round 4. Now, the first 2 phases went really good. I've made great progress, but I'm not done yet. I'm going to have 48 hours to hopefully get at least 3 more bingos, and ultimately the end goal would be a blackout, because then I would get all of the perks. So if I manage to get the 3, I will earn 2 more blank spots to put on the board when we reset next time. And I will also get to draw another card for an advantage during my regular TBR games. Always good to have those in my back pocket. If I manage to do a blackout, then I get to choose which prompts go on the board next time, and I'll get to buy 2 new books. So of course, I'm hoping for a blackout, but I'm only going to have 48 hours. And I'm a little nervous on this one because I'm going to be sticking to my October TBR as much as possible, which means all spooky and scary and creepy books. And I don't know how I'm going to feel after 48 hours of just reading nothing but that. But I'm excited to find out. Now, I will not be foregoing sleep or anything like that. I'm just going to be trying to read as much as I possibly can within the next 48 hours. All I know is we haven't played this in a long time. It was June the last time I played, and I think the video went up in July, August. It's been a long time, and I've been dying to get back into it. So let me find my wheel. We'll give it a spin, and then I will pick my book and get this puppy rolling. Because this one varies from your normal TBR game. This is a readathon game, which means I have to read the book to proceed through the game. Okay, let me grab my wheel. I am so excited. I've got 21 books on my TBR this month, and I've only started my short stories by Stephen King. Plenty to pick from. Okay, are you ready for our first spin? I can't even talk. Yeah, ready. That is a 5. I don't know where to put this. Okay, we've got the 5. I've already done the disc for that, the prompt, but our little arrow is hidden. So we get to flip it over, and then we're going to follow the arrow and see where it leads us. Okay. So it's going to lead us around, and we get to flip another arrow. Hopefully it'll direct us to that 12. No, not quite. Now, if we picture this row right here, kind of think of it as a cylinder, that's going to be pointing down to this spot. We get to flip another arrow. All of the drama at the beginning. And we get to do it again. So flip this. We're actually going to be pointing now to this one. Another arrow. Looks like we're just going to flip all the arrows. What are the odds on this? So now we need to picture it rolling this way. So this row is going to be down here. So that would be pointing at this spot, which means now we follow the arrow to number 20. Jeez Louise. Okay, and go back around to number 17. And all of that work. And look, we've got a dead end, because that's going to point there, and that's going to point there. Okay, that's a lot of work for nothing. So we got to spin again. Hopefully this time we'll get a number that we can use. Number 3. Okay, where is 3? Right here. Following arrows again. Here, 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 here. Oh, we get a spot, and it's orange for Halloween. Okay, are you ready? We'll find out what my first book is going to be. Random number shelf. Oh, no, 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 no. Because my TBR is all on over here in one spot, right? And it could send me to a shelf where my TBR is not. That's not good. So obviously, shelf this time, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it will span the entire room. So I am not going to count my little shelves, my little short ones with my special editions and Harry Potter on it. We're just going to leave that out of it. I am going to group my TBR cart on the bottom for shelf 6 because most of the bottom level is like reference books, that kind of thing. So we'll do it that way. My current TBR is residing on shelves 3 and 4. If you go over here, you can see it. This is what I'm picking from. And we have our results from our poll from Spookopoly. Took me a second. Y'all voted. We had 17 votes went to Final Girls. 18 votes went to Someone in the Attic. 31 went to Hidden Pictures. So Hidden Pictures won the poll. I will be reading this. I'm going to make it a priority if I can this month. So we need to add this one to the sack. And these two will have to wait for next Halloween. Although I just put them up there. So if one comes up, then they could be back in contention. So what we're going to do is I'm going to draw a rock, find out what shelf, then pick my book. Also, if any of these are in a series, which I don't think they are, if that series resides on the shelf that is picked, then I can use that book. So it's where it currently is or where it normally belongs. All right, let me grab my rocks. Okay, I've got numbers 1 through 6. Drop them in my little handy bag. I really want 2, 3, or 4. That would be ideal. Okay, you ready? I'm going to take this one. Oh, I got 3. Okay, if I can hold it. There we go. So I can pull from my TBR. 1, 2, 3. Now, of these 2 books that are turned backwards, I'm not going to count. One's an audiobook, 6 stories. The other one is Under the Dome by Stephen King. That is 1,067 pages. I'm not doing that through a mini readathon. The whole thing would just be one book. Okay, if I was smart, I'd pick Kill Creek, so I won't be reading this in the wee hours of the night. And I really want to read this one, but I'm scared of it. There's also The Island. I think that would be a really good start. Or I could do Tag Your Dead. Oh, this is hard. I'm gonna. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna save this for night. Probably bad idea, but I don't know. I saw on the back where it says Halloween night, and I was just like, I should read that one at nighttime. Okay, you know what? I've been dying to read Tag Your Dead. So I'm going to read this one. We'll start with this and go from there. Let me spin you back around because look what I got. For my birthday, my husband got me a countdown clock. So that will stay on the shelf and it'll just be counting down the 48 hours. Which means I don't have to do math this time. That's awesome. But I think it's really going to add pressure. It's going to make it extra scary because I'm going to see those numbers. And normally I can just kind of tune it out until I have to do the math to tell you how much time is left. But not anymore. So I think that's going to add to the pressure. All right. I am going to go take care of a couple of things. When I'm ready to actually start reading, I will come back in, hit the little start button, and we will kick this thing off. So I will see you here in just a little bit. I just realized I completely forgot. We got 2 bingos already because number 23 gave us that one and that one. So I only need one more to win, but I want the ultimate blackout. So I can't believe I forgot to celebrate that. I was so overwhelmed at the thought of all these scary books for 48 hours that I zoned and forgot the game itself. So this one, I'm going to have a deadly game of laser tag. I think there's going to be like 100 competitors that are trying to win a job for a social media influencer. He's hosting this big competition through Chicago, but a couple of people in there, I think 4 of them, have their own reasons for playing. They don't care about being hired to work for this guy. So they've got their own agenda. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start the clock. This is Friday. It's a little bit after 1 o'clock. That's another weird thing. I don't have to sync up the time. And so I'll be finished on Sunday a little bit after 1. So let's hit the start button on the clock and let the pressure begin. I think this clock is so cool. It can go up to 99 hours and 59 minutes. So there we go. I know by the blinking that it is counting down. It's a really good one. All right, I don't have time to talk. I will see you when this book is over. Bye. I finished it. And so far, the scariest thing about my day is seeing that clock tick down. That is just... Because normally, I would sit here and do the math after I read a book and go, oh, I still have 41 hours left. But walking by and seeing that number get smaller and smaller is... Yeah, I know it's going to cause a panic on the last day, but I absolutely love this. I had so much fun with it. I give it a 5, and they were right about Karen McManus. So if you liked One of Us is Lying or her other books, you'll probably really love this one. I had so much fun with it, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a spooky read. Not one that I would think of for October, but it keeps up with the game aspect, but then it kind of morphs into a whodunit or who's gonna do it. So it's primarily a mystery, and I had so much fun with it. So if you've been considering it, I would recommend getting that book. In fact, if I do manage my Blackout and I get to buy 2 new books, I'm going to get one of her other books, because she's got Good Girls Die First was her debut, I guess. And the other one is Come Out, Whatever You Are. So, I will definitely be picking it more by Catherine Foxfield. But that's for another day. Right now, we need to spin and see what my next colored ball is going to be. See if I can get my last bingo. Then I would officially win this one. But of course, I'm going for the Blackout. All right, let's see what we get. Number 18. All right, let's see. Oh, look, we don't even have to play with the arrows. And we got our 3rd bingo. I just won the next 2. I think 2 blanks. But current TBR wheel. I got to set one up. I didn't make one. Okay, so I got to do this. Let me go to the computer, get all of that ready, and then we get to spin and find out which of those books I'll be reading. Yikes. This might take me a minute. So you'll probably see a time jump on the clock. I love my little clock. Isn't that so cool? I have it all set up. I did not include Under the Dome because it's 1,067 pages. Nope. And I also didn't include my audiobook, 6 Stories, or the activity book, which is Sherlock Holmes word search. But everything else is on there. So let's give it a spin and see which one I get. I wouldn't mind one of the Once Upon a Book Club boxes. Our Last Echoes. Okay, that has been on my TBR I don't know how many times. So again, I don't know if this one's necessarily going to be scary, but we will see, because it says maybe you don't have to die to be a ghost. I know this one has 2 timelines, 2003 and 1973. It's about a mother who goes missing, and the daughter is drawn back to this island to find out what happened to her. And she wasn't the only one who went missing. So I am going to go read this. We'll see if this one qualifies as a scary book or not. And I will let you know when I get back. And as you can see, I am down to 41 hours and 19 minutes. I don't think this one will take terribly long. I don't know if I'll have time to come back in tonight. Let me look. It's 7:52, so we're going on 8 o'clock. I don't know that I'll finish this before I go to bed, so I might be finishing this one in the morning. If I do finish it in time, I'll come back and we'll do another spin. All right, but, oh, I almost forgot. I already got my 3 bingos, so let me confirm. Yes, I have earned 2 more blanks for the next time we reset the board, and another card that we get to pull, which will be a perk for my regular TBR games. But we'll do that at the end. All right, I'm going to go read, and I'll see you when I'm done. It's Saturday afternoon, And I'm ready to do another spin on the wheel. Let's see if we can actually get this blackout. I've got 3 spots left and a little over 22 hours left to do it. I don't know. I'm getting nervous. We may not have a blackout this time. But before we spin the wheel, I want to let y'all know I finished our last echoes. I really enjoyed this. It was quite different from what I expected. I wasn't like sitting on the edge of my seat scared, thankfully. But although I think I'm ready to be scared. But this one was quite atmospheric, little eerie, quite unique, and I really love the characters, especially the way they interacted and their relationships with each other. I even got a little teary-eyed at the end. I don't know. But I would love to know if anybody else has read this and if they got that same impression from it. It was very unique, and I do recommend it. So I'm glad I finally got to it. But we need to find out what I'm going to be reading next. Do you hear that? I don't know what's going on with me. I did just finish cleaning up the house a little bit, so I'm a little frantic. And of course, Lily is right here, so I'm trying to step over her. Let's get our wheel and see what we're going to read next. I'm going to spin again because we can't have dual numbers in this one. I can't combine or anything like that. And honestly, I don't know if it was a 1 or a 24. $14. Lily is making this difficult. Okay, we get to flip an arrow. Darn, I was hoping it would go that way. So we go down and we get to flip another one. You can take it. Okay, so now if we picture this rolling around, then that is going to actually point to this one. Then we go here. So we've got a dead end. Okay, which means I need to spin again. And we get to, I don't know, do I rotate? I don't know. I have no clue. We're just going to spin. Thanks, Lily. Okay, ready? Oh no, I think that's in the same path. So 16, up, up, up. It's going to take us to here. Yep. Okay, so this time we move the 16. I know that. So let's see where we want to take it. Everything leads to a dead end. Because if I go, then that just leads it there. There, it'll go there. Okay, I'm just going to do that. And then hope we can turn one of the other ones if we need to. So if it doesn't work this time, I'll draw rocks. Okay, ready? $14. I think we had 14, didn't we? Yeah, that was the one before I was like, should I turn it? I should have turned it. Okay, so if we follow it, it's going to go... Yeah, dead end. So, all of them lead to a dead end. I'm going to be changing this. I don't know if I'll do it for the next round, but definitely when we start up again in January, I'm going to have like a consequence for all of these dead ends back to back. But for now, let's get the rocks and see if we can actually get one of these numbers. Okay, this will speed things up dramatically. Got all of the numbers in here. Unless Finley or Jack have stolen any. And we'll go with this one. Number 12. Look! That was one we needed. And that gives us 2 more bingos. 5-star prediction. Okay. I'm excited for this. Now I can test my braveness. See if I'm I'm ready to just dive into one of these scary books. Let me look and see which one I honestly think is a 5-star. Okay, I did not include Misery by Stephen King because I've read it and it's one of my absolute favorites of his, and it doesn't seem fair because, you know, this is predicting, not confirming. And I also didn't include the 39 Clues of Viper's Nest because, again, I've read that multiple times and it just feels like cheating, even though it would be really nice to have a short book. But what I did grab are 3 authors that I love: Natasha Preston, The Island; Vincent Ralph, Secrets Never Die; and Darcy Coates, Dead of Winter. Ooh, I forgot to turn on my ring light. There, I knew something looked a little odd. So sorry about that. Did I tell you I was a little frenzied? Trapped with 8 strangers in a snowstorm in a cabin, and there's a killer. Or we've got the social media influencers that are lured out to this island that's in amusement park and they're not going to leave there. Or we've got the teens who go to the dark place where they bury their secrets, but somebody starts blackmailing them. Oh, darn it. I don't know. These are all 5-star for me. You know, I haven't been scared yet. And this is more blackmail. I don't know how scary it's going to be. When you're alone in the dark, some things won't stay hidden. This one says they said goodbye to their friends and family for the weekend. They weren't counting on forever. 8 strangers, 1 killer, nowhere left to run. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. I have owned this Darcy Coates for the longest. Although this would be a really good buddy ride, probably. Oh, okay. Decision. I need to make a decision. This is why I play these games, so I don't have to decide. Dang it. They're all pretty close in length. I'm going Darcy Coates. I'm going to read Dead of Winter. I haven't quite had my scare yet. I have a feeling this one's going to do it. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. I'm reading Dead of Winter. So I'll come back when I finish this one, and we'll see if we can get 2 more in. I don't know, because I've got 22 minutes, 22 hours, and 12 minutes. Big difference there. Okay. I'm back, and it's getting later. I've only got 13 hours and 46 minutes left, and we still have 2 spots left on the board. But I finished A Dead of Winter. I really enjoyed it, even though I knew who did it very, very early on. This one was so obvious to me. So obvious. Even though I will admit, towards the very end, I started to wonder. But yet, I was right. And there was a good little connection that I didn't see within the group. And I really enjoyed that aspect of it. But it was good, quite gruesome, quite gory. But it didn't scare me. So I don't know if I'm just getting more accustomed to like these darker thriller mysteries. This one technically is called a horror, but I don't know. It didn't give me the creepy vibes that her other 2 books that I've read have done. So anyway, I finished it, and that's the important thing, especially because it's been on so many TBRs. But now it has been read, and I still love Darcy Coates. So you have to let me know if there's another one I should read, because I don't have any more of hers. I've read Dead of Winter now, From Below, loved that one, and The Haunting of Lee Harker. I think The Haunting of Lee Harker is still my favorite. So if you know of any others by her I should read, please let me know. I don't know what I'm doing. Find my wheel. Okay, we've got a 2 left. Let's see if we can get it. Six, which is not one of our numbers. We need 10 or 21. But maybe we can get an arrow to take us there. And have a feeling this is going to give us another dead end. So it's going to go here, 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 up to this one. Yep, we got a dead end. So we got to spin again. I'll give it one more, then we'll go to rocks. I thought we were going to get 21, but we got 20, which is a dead end. So we can move this one. Yeah, I think no matter which way I go, it's going to lead me to another dead end. So I really need to rethink this arrow thing. I think definitely it should add a penalty and adjust it some other ways too. I don't know yet. Here are my rocks. Okay, let's see what we get. This one, 23. We're just hovering around that 21. And let's see, we go from here up to this one. Dead end. So we can move that. Maybe I should make it that I can change any in that path, and that would kill the dead end. That might be a good way to go. Okay, let's go again, and we'll take this one, 18. By the way, I am putting them back in. Otherwise, what's the point in flipping it? There we go. And I think that's going to give us another one. Up to there, to there. Yep. And again, no matter which way I turn that one, I'm going to go ahead and turn 18 now. But I don't think it's going to make a difference. We'll go that way. Okay, let's get another rock. And we get 11. Will this get us there? Nope. Darn it. Okay, we'll take it that way. How many is it going to take? Oh, got to put 11 back in. $18. We already had that, didn't we? Okay, so here it is. Yep. Okay, let's take it that way. I don't know if that's going to do any good, but that's what we're doing. This is getting ridiculous. I don't have time for this. I gotta read. Number 5. Okay, here's 5. So it takes us around to that one, which would take us to this. Takes us to this one, which takes us to this. It's another freaking dead end. But look, if we do this. Okay, that's good. So if we get 5 again, that'll take us up to 10. That works. Put the 5 back in. How many times are we up to now? 13. Right? Yes. I think it's going to do it again. Dun, dun. Yes. But we can turn the 13 towards the 5, which goes towards the 10. I'm thinking of doing like a time penalty. Okay, how about the star? So I can move the star. Oh, okay. It already leads to a dead end, but we're gonna this way. Okay. We're getting more and more numbers to lead to that 10. 17. Which is here, up, down. Guess what? It's another dead end. So let's take that. We're just going to get the whole board pointed towards 10. Okay, and... oh, I got 17 again. But we just moved that. Here it is. So I don't mind, because 17 goes to 10. Finally. Okay, ready? Uh-oh. First on stack of current TBR. Let's find out. I'm going to spin you around. And I have to take the top book. Oh, I think I finally got my spooky book. Uh-oh. Hidden Pictures. This is the one y'all voted for in the Spookopoly video. So I know we're going to have a Mallory. She's going to be hired to babysit this little boy, Ted, who draws pictures, but his stick figures become more and more gruesome. And he starts drawing a man dragging a woman's lifeless body. And the stick figures get increasingly sophisticated, depicting one disturbing scene after another, and this one has illustrations. So we're going to see his pictures. I've heard it's really good, and it's a really quick read, which, well, it's good, because that's what I need. So look, that's all the time I have left, and I have to sleep. So, yeah, it's, I guess, close to 11 o'clock. So I will start this tonight, probably against my better judgment, and then I'll wake up tomorrow morning and continue reading. Hopefully, I'll have time to get the last number, the last spin in. I don't know. We will see. I guess it depends on how late I stay up reading and how much sleep I get overnight. So anyway, I will be back to let you know how it goes. Wish me luck. This might be finally my first scary book. So we'll see. It's Sunday and time is up. I finished about 10 minutes after the timer ran out. I absolutely loved this book. So everybody who voted for it, all of the praise y'all were giving it in the comments during the Spookopoly video, I agree with you 100%. I had so much fun with this book. I thought I knew where it was going to go quite a few times, but it didn't. And absolutely loved it. Again, I wouldn't call this one scary, though. This was, I'd say, more of a mystery thriller type, but worth every second that I spent in it. And I'm going to check out his works. I know he's got another one, the last one at the wedding, that just came out fairly recently. So I'm definitely going to have that one on my radar for when I get to pick up some new books. Now, since our timer ran out, we didn't get a Blackout. I didn't have time to do this one. So that means I don't get to pick up 2 books. And I will have no control over which prompts go on the board next time, which I'm going to play again during October. That was my plan all along, was to start a new round October. Then I'd have November for the 60 hour, and December would be 48 hours, figuring that would be my best odds during Christmas to be able to play. And then we could start out January with a fresh new board and new rules and all that stuff. But that means I got to play twice this month. And I'm okay with that because I have an incredible TBR and tons of books still left on it. So before we pick out what my reward was, because I did get the required 3 bingos that I needed this round. So I still get to pull a reward card. And I did earn 2 new blanks. So I'll have 5 blanks when we reset the board. But I just don't have control over which prompts are going to be on there, which in itself is scary. Okay, so let's see what it was. What prompt would have given me a Blackout? Oh, man. Do you see that? Under 299 pages. So if I would have gotten this one first and then Hidden Pictures, I would have won. I would have finished. But I came really close. So I'm okay with that. But it was this close. Okay, let me find where my stack of rewards are. Oh, I think this is it. This is it. Okay. I just got to remember to use these during my TBR games. These are some pretty good perks and benefits. Let me give them a little shuffle. see what I get. I'm really sad this is over. I was having so much fun. I'm trying to figure out how I can just roll right into the next round. But I need to edit and stuff. Okay, are you ready? Let's see what my first is going to be. Swap it. Immediately exchange a prompt for one from last month. I like that. That gives me some control instead of it just being a random, by re-picking on the board. So during one of my games, if I get a prompt that I don't like, I can choose a prompt that was on the previous month. I like that. That'll come in handy. So I may not have gotten a blackout, but I did manage to read 4 books in 48 hours, and it was 1,415 pages. So I think I did pretty good, especially considering how much I haven't been reading here lately. All right, I hope you have a wonderful spooky October and that I will see you very, very soon.